Welcome back, horror fiends and nightmare junkies, to another twisted trip through the haunted hallways of my personal collection of horror toys. This time, it's vintage Freddy Krueger memorabilia. Now, before we jump into the razor-gloved madness, let me just say, yes, I've been friends with Robert Englund for many years. We've worked on films together, shared stories, and even eaten sandwiches without anyone getting slashed. So it's only natural that my love of Freddy collectibles borders on slightly obsessive. And yes, you will see dust on these vintage toys, mountains of it, probably enough to create a Freddy Krueger out of it, because these have been sitting around for a while. But for the uninitiated, what rock have you been under? Freddy Krueger, the burnt-up Christmas sweater-wearing, wisecracking dream demon, made his first appearance in 1984's A Nightmare on Elm Street, directed by Wes Craven. A child killer turned supernatural boogeyman, Freddy haunts the dreams of teenagers and slices his way into horror history. He's basically what would happen if Bugs Bunny had a blowtorch accident and unresolved trauma. So today, we're diving claw first into some of the strangest, most nostalgic, and hilariously weird Freddy collectibles from decades past. So buckle up. Or don't. Freddy likes it when you squirm. Now, let's start out with one of the holy grails of Freddy fanware. The original Don Post Studios latex mask from 1984. This thing came in two versions, a regular and a deluxe. And guess which one I have? That's right, the deluxe version, because I don't do bargain bin horror. This full head mask wraps around your skull like Freddy himself is giving you a hug you'll never wake up from. The neck tucks into the sweater like a flesh-colored turtleneck of terror. Now, the details on this bad boy? They are surprisingly great for the time. I mean, this was the first Freddy mask to come out. But it also came out with this hat. Yeah, this foam hat. It's like someone at Don Post said, "Hey, you know what would complete this incredible mask? A crumpled black foam tortilla chip." It looks like Freddy ran over it with his boiler room cart. The hat is horrible. Now, Trick or Treat Studios did reissue this mask recently, and theirs is solid, but what I'm showing you today is the OG, the original 1984 latex Freddy. Except no substitutes. Unless you're allergic to latex, and then absolutely substitute. Next up, Freddy's glove, the most iconic horror weapon this side of Jason's machete or Leatherface's entire wardrobe. Now, the very first Freddy glove released in 1984, it was, let's say, minimal effort. A tannish brown gardening glove with some plastic blades glued on it like a craft project gone horribly wrong. It was released by something called the Second Elm Street Venture, which sounds less like a company and more like a failed theme park ride. But shortly after, someone said, maybe kids want a glove that more closely resembles the one in the movie. And boom, we got a slightly better one. Still plastic, still flimsy, but hey, at least it didn't look like Freddy raided Home Depot's clearance bin. Now, let's talk about Freddy spitting toys, because nothing says horrifying dream stalker like a puppet that squirts water at your face. First, the 1989 Intertech Freddy Water Puppet. You wear it on your hand, fill Freddy's hat with water, yes, really, and squeeze a bulb to make him spit like he's had bad chili or something, I don't know. Now the box claims he can shoot 25 feet. Freddy was basically a nightmare version of a super soaker. And then there were the horror spitballs. Tiny little rubber Freddy and victim heads that you dunk in water and squeeze to spit at your friends. And these claim to shoot 18 feet, which is 17 feet farther than the amount of dignity you lose them with when you're using them in public. Now, in 1987, someone thought, what if we made Freddy into family fun? And thus the Victory Games board game was born. Two 16 by 22 game boards, one the real world, the other what could be Detroit or Chicago, or maybe it's a dreamscape maze. It sounds cool, right? But it's not. It's cardboard purgatory boredom. You collect cards, mess with Freddy, slowly question your life's choices. Now, the back of the box shows Freddy jumping out of the board, but spoiler alert, yeah, that never happens. Not even when you try to do a Ouija board seance. I've tried it. Now, let's talk Freddy Rapper Edition. The LJN Rubber Freddy from 1989 is in a pose like he's about to drop a mixtape. That huge smile says, "Yo, I'm Freddy K, and I slay beats and teens." Then there's Freddy Squish'ems, a squishily foam figure crouched like he's waiting for Eminem to call him out. These are more hip-hop album cover than horror, and I love every stupid second of it. Then we have the Freddy Stick-Up, a suction cup plastic munchkin Freddy that you slap onto your window. It's like Freddy got hit by a shrink ray and decided to become a dashboard ornament. You know, for the kids. These were sold from a box on gas station counters. So, of course, I had to get 2 of them. Why not? Then, Horror Headliners XL released a Freddy limited to 2,000 pieces little figure that stands 6 inches tall. This big-headed collectible screams late 90s stylized chaos. Numbered and proud, this Freddy looks like he should be yelling at someone in a Hot Topic, which is where I think I bought this many, many years ago. Now, moving on to McFarlane's Movie Maniacs line. 6-inch Freddy figures with incredible detail, posability, and poster stands to recreate the VHS glory. My personal favorite? These were the best released at the time. And the 18-inch motion-activated version that plays Freddy's phrases from the films? Yeah, that's my personal favorite. If I had $1 for every time I walked past and heard, "Welcome to prime time, bitch," I could probably buy another one. I love him. Now, the 1984 Screamin vinyl model kit sold through Fangoria magazine. Oh boy, this was ambitious. I painted this one myself, so it looks like Freddy fell face first into a kindergarten art class. Painting is not one of my talents. And the blades are so horrible on this that, they're basically shiny gift wrap ribbon glued to fingers. Absolutely tragic, but hey, it's vintage. Freddy also got his own Matchbox Truck, and it's a 1/64 scale die-cast Springwood boiler maintenance van, with Freddy straddling the top like he's about to deliver trauma to your front door. It almost looks like he's even got his middle finger up in that pose. Road rage? More like Rage Road. See what I did there? Okay. Now here's one of my favorites. This 18-inch pull string Freddy says phrases from the movies. Yes, pull string. Like old school toys. This was released in '89 by Matchbox, and it caused an outrage. Parents were just furious that a toy based on a child murderer was being sold in toy stores. They missed the part where he was cute and cuddly, I guess, and only wanted to kill you in your sleep. Big difference there. Now, this was one of the 2 Freddy figures that killed this line of toys completely for Matchbox due to the boycotts. Now, I love Living Dead dolls. They started out as original creepy monsters, but then the company got into making cartoony versions of horror movie characters. The 10-inch Mezco Living Dead doll Freddy is weirdly adorable. Removable hat, posable, and creepy cute in that Chucky meets Etsy kind of way. It comes in a box with a picture window, and he's almost looking like he's a haunted bakery treat. He's adorable. Then, there's the 12-inch Sideshow Collectibles Freddy in a display box that opens like a door. It even has a cast list of the film inside. And Freddy just, looks elated? Like maybe he just got nominated for Best Dressed Slasher at the Horror Oscars? This was a higher end figure released into the market by one of the best collectible teams out there. The Sideshow is fantastic. Now, classic toy junkies. Did you see this? Mr. Potato Head Freddy. Yes, PopTaters brought this unholy abomination to life, and it is glorious. Interchangeable parts, iconic fedora, and all the tuber terror you could ever want. Do you want Freddy with a french fry nose? You got it. Want to scar your child for life during playtime? Even better. And finally, the Maxx FX Freddy Dress Up figure. Barbie-style Freddy with a quick change feature. Turn regular guy into Freddy and vice versa. It's not a killer doll, Mom. It's just a makeup demo. Yeah, parents were not amused by this either. And neither was the toy industry. This figure helped sink the entire Maxx FX line faster than Freddy could say, "Let's play." So there you have it, folks. A nightmarish stroll down collectible lane of just a few of my Stranger Elm Street toys, where Freddy spits, raps, drives trucks, and even turns into a potato. Now, if you've enjoyed this dive into Dream Demon merch, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below telling me which Freddy collectible you remember, or maybe which one scarred your childhood, if it did. So until next time, sleep tight, and don't let the spitting Freddy bite.